those moments where perhaps you don't feel this way, and if you don't, then you are excused. There are moments in our life where we perhaps try to reach, and usually it's good to reach when we feel connected, we feel good, so that we are in a place to give to others, to support others, and get something good out of it. A great interaction, either being through writing, phone, or in person. So both of you benefit that interaction. You are connected, the other person hopefully is connected, and you have a wonderful moment together. But sometimes you may also reach, and not necessarily because you're trying to get something out of someone, but you just feel, okay, I feel like appreciating this person, and perhaps you send a message, okay? But even though you are appreciating, you're not trying to get anything back. You may be a little bit wobbly yourself, you're not steady. And if you don't get anything back, or at least immediately, there's an expectation depending on the person. Some people, you may send a message and don't care if they respond in a week, a month. I mean, that's not quite true. You always care, otherwise you would not even bother sending the message. But you sort of, there's no big hairy deal if they don't respond within a few hours or days, a month. You just know that they will reply whenever is suitable for them, and you accept that. But then there are other people where you may send them a message, and if you don't get a message sort of immediately, you just feel a little disappointed and sad. Okay, you just have this quick reaction. That does happen to me sometimes, and you just feel, oh, and because that person matters to you in this moment in time, you may have this, not that you expect, but you can tell by the degree of how you feel how important that person is to you in this moment. Okay, so send a message, and the person just ignores you. Not ignores you, but does not respond, and you immediately think, oh my God, they ignored me. They don't love me. They don't love, not as important as I thought I was. Tragedy. And you feel terrible, and it doesn't feel good, and you may even be a bit snappish with your work or your partner or your kids, and it's because inside you're a little sad because you were expecting and hoping to have this wonderful connection, and it didn't happen, and you immediately jumped into this catastrophic thinking of feeling sad, unloved, unsupported, and not mattering. And then you think that no one loves you. Your parents don't love you, your brothers and sisters don't love you, your neighbors, the cats, the dogs, the world, your partner, even your bed doesn't love you, your pillow. You just think that nothing loves you, no one loves you, and it feels horrible. And that's because you're not even loving yourself. Because love should come from your heart, from within first, so you feel full. And then you see love in others. And when you two interact together, it feels wonderful and special. Okay? You're not looking to be filled by someone. But in that moment, it's good. It may be a good opportunity to practice. Okay, what is that I need? Okay, and then give that to yourself. And equally accepting yourself the way that you are. Because sometimes we may want to feel the love from someone else so that we feel validated, appreciated. Because I tend to. I just see my negatives day and night, day and night. I never see my positives. The good thing is, when you focus on the negatives, it gives you an opportunity to sort of look for solutions and improve. But when you just notice the negatives, you just think that this, mind, body, soul, that is imperfect, that nothing is good, there's no good. And so it doesn't feel good. So opportunity to, with that in mind, is an opportunity to connect with yourself. And you got two parts to yourself. One part just sees the negative in yourself, in others, and the world. And one part of you sees the good in others and the world, but doesn't see the good in yourself unless you've been practicing. If you've been practicing, you already have this step under your belt. Okay, but if you don't, it's a good opportunity to bring those two sort of in line and appreciating each other. So, which one shall we start first? Okay, let's start with the higher mind, your neocortex, the rational brain, the rational part of your brain. So, that part that can see and appreciate the goodness in the world and others. Let's bring that and appreciate that is good in ourselves. So, spend a moment with that part of your brain, appreciating the things that you think that you are good at and you're proud of, and that you think other people, that you take it for granted. It's very hard to know if you haven't done this exercise, because you may not know what you're good at. Okay, but close your eyes and think, what are you good at? What are you proud? Okay, I'll give you an example. I am proud of myself for always reaching for solutions. Okay, and always wanting to learn and coming up with solutions that are higher, more balanced, more loving, more caring, more efficient. Okay, so I have this thirst for knowledge. Even though I forget, I just learn and forget, learn, forget, learn, forget, learn, forget, and I have to spend so much time learning the same thing. But I still have this continuous thirst for knowledge and wanting to know, even though I spend so much time and only get a little bit out of it. Okay, so there's this drive. Okay, so I'm proud of that drive, because bit by bit I guess I might learn. Okay, so you can think, what are you proud of yourself? Could be one thing or several things or many things. Okay, close your eyes, connect with your heart. What are you proud of yourself? Could be something small, big, ideally small. Perhaps it's your ability to cook a meal. Perhaps it's your ability to listen to others. What is it? Just notice. And then the part of your brain, the primitive brain, is going to say, oh, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for having that ability, that determination, that confidence. I appreciate that. So higher brain, being good, receiving some praise, some support, some love from the primitive brain, which is on the driving seat and just wants to see the negatives. So, well done you. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you. Okay, so thank yourself. Thank you. And this is an exercise to just recognize that there are some good things in yourself. Physically, mentally, spiritually, or spiritually. Thank you. Now you're going to have the higher brain saying something to the lower brain, to the primitive brain. Okay? Well, thank you to bring to my attention circumstances that does not feel good, and for showing me that you don't feel safe with your and ends allowing me to feel the emotions and the messages that you're trying to tell me, because the primitive brain will go, danger, danger, danger. So thank you for having my best interest at heart, by wanting my survival and by wanting the best for me, and by showing it through my emotions so that I can do something about it, that I can change, that I can look for solutions. So thank you for looking after myself. So that's the higher brain telling the lower brain, thanks for pointing out the negatives so that I can do something about it. I know you've got the best interests at heart. Thank you. And now you're going to have the primitive brain and the higher brain kissing each other. I love you, I love you. You're the best, you're the best. Well, we're trying to, it's just to get the balance between the two and the support between the two. Because your higher brain might be feeling judgmental. Or not the higher brain, but one part of your brain will be feeling judgmental. Why did you shout it? And the other part will be like, I shouted because this is not right and my needs is not being validated. Okay, so you've got this conflict between the two. Don't do this, do this. So you're just feeling a little bit hurt. You're feeling hurt. You are hearing the messages and your needs, and equally you are boosting your self-esteem and recognizing that are a good thing, and you're also acknowledging there are some things that may need changing. Okay, complicated? Yes, no. It's just recognizing your strength, celebrating your strength, bringing them to service, being proud of them, smiling in appreciation, and it's equally accepting that part of yourself that may be a little bit what you considered either negative or exaggerated or looking for the worst possible scenarios. And recognize what message is there and what is that you can give to yourself. You're feeling unsupported and loved. Let me hug you. There you go. Women tend to sort of be a bit more sensitive than man. Man might be a little bit more practical and feel that supporting someone is to do the dishes, clean the house. Might not care so much about the emotional side. They feel the emotions, but they just hide everything under the carpet. Whereas women feel, this is important, let's talk. At least, mind you, my son is sensitive. Yeah, he feels everything like me, I said that before. So, kisses, love. Support yourself, give yourself that you need, and if someone does not reply or call you back immediately, don't imagine the worst immediately, because there's 1,000,001 reasons why it doesn't happen straight away. And that, don't cut yourself off from the person just because you don't get a reply. Okay, and recognize that you are turning yourself off, and by turning yourself off you are blocking the love that surrounds you from your partner, from your kids, from your world, because you're like, I don't feel love. And because you don't feel love and support, you don't let love in. And then when if someone tries to reach for you, you're like, not in the mood now. My son sometimes goes, would you like a cuddle to feel better? I go, no, I don't want a cuddle. I'm not ready for cuddles. And we have this imaginary flag. When I'm ready to make peace, I'll go flag, white flag. And you go, no, I don't want a white flag. And then when he's ready, he goes, Mummy, I've got a flag. And equally, when I'm not ready for love. I'm not ready for a cuddle. Would you like a cuddle? Not ready. Sorry. Need space. Need space.